Hello, what's up guys, my name is Aina Suraya. So today we're gonna play Silent Hill, the first one, plain novel. This is a freeware that made by a fan, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, let's jump into it. Okay, so let's scenario. Choose carefully your decision. Each scenario has multiple ending. I'm gonna play as Cybil. Hello? Hello? The phone had suddenly gone dead. She tried to call back right away, however the call would not go through. Perfect. I wonder what is going on. Her co-worker Sally saw Cybil's flushed face and could not help making a joke. It's because you're so hostile. I bet they just don't want you to talk to you anymore. What the hell? Hostile? Perhaps after all, I do always say what's on my mind. Saying this, Cybil smiled. The peaceful town of Brahms. The population is small, and perhaps for this reason, there has not been an incident worth calling an incident for several years. As for the officers on the night shift, they generally pass the time by staring at newspaper clippings or chatting with colleagues at other departments. Even now, with nothing notable appearing in the local news, Cybil was just having a meaningless conversation about this and that with a friend in the Silent Hill Police Department. But then suddenly, the line had gone dead. And they had not called back. The call won't go through. Maybe this is happening because someone is trying to tell you not to waste all your time chatting? How about settling down and taking your feet off the desk? Cybil does not care for Sally's big sister-like attitude. Okay. Cybil calls the Silent Hill police station one more time. Alright, Cybil thought. It seems as if this might be the result of the telephone lines having been severed or something. Because severed. Sorry. Cybil leaps from her chair, causing it to spin, reaches for the helmet on top of her locker, and with it in hand, prepares to leave the room. Wait, just where do you think you are going at this hour? Sally has a look you have got to be kidding on her face, and then she absent-mindedly allows the coffee cup she was holding in her right hand to fall to the floor. Dang, Sally, so dramatic. Hot. You can take care of that yourself. Cybil mumbles this in her head and in the next moment ran out of the room. Cybil shredded the motorcycle in the garage, inserts the key and revs the engine. The sound of the exhaust resonates in the small space. She pulls out onto the road and increases her speed as she is bathed from head to toe in the comfortably warm mine. Dang, I'm so cool. Starlight falls upon her from the clear starlit sky. It doesn't look like the weather could have caused a problem with the phone lines. Cybil tightly holds onto the handlebars and continues to increase her speed. At this hour, there should not be any other cars heading to Silent Hill. The road has been lit in front and behind only by street lamps since she reached this mountain road, and there is no sign of anyone in the area. However, after a while, she was able to see the taillights of a vehicle swaying far off in the darkness in front of her. There is a cliff on one side of the road. Whether they realize that or not, the vehicle is heading toward the same destination as Cybil at high speed. No. Normally I would pull this guy over. Cybil mutters this, increases her speed and catches up with the four-wheel drive jeep in no time. As she passes it, Cybil glances inside the jeep for a moment, quickly smiles, and then blasts in front of it. The jeep quickly becomes smaller and smaller in the side mirrors of her motorcycle. And then, she started to notice that she could not keep her eyes focused. Sleepiness? No, I have been on the night shift for a while and should have gotten plenty of sleep this afternoon. Her body becomes one with the motorcycle and it slices through the darkness. Maybe it was foolish to wear short sleeves, although it was rather warm when Cybil left the station. Now her skin feels so cold that the cold is cutting into her. It's like the cold is cutting into her. Her eyelids are heavy. Her mouth has become dry. What's wrong with me? Depression? When you have depression, your mouth is very dry. Like me sometimes. She lightly shakes her head left and right. Against her will, her right hand turns the grip that will cause her to accelerate. The needle is buried and madly shakes back and forth. Cybil then stared straight forward. But it was already too late. Did I? I actually haven't played the first Silent Hill, so I don't know how the story goes. In the middle of a road, a girl stood with her arms raised to shield her from the light. Did I? No. Cybil slammed on the brakes. The last thing she saw was the rapidly approaching rock wall on the side of the road. Okay. Hita, onomatopoeia for the feeling of cold. Something cold is touching Cybil's cheek. Cybil slowly opened her eyes. Where am I? She is not yet able to stand up. She does not seem to be hurt. However, her body will not do as she commands. Nevertheless, she is fully conscious. Large snowflakes are falling all over her body. She is lying face down in the middle of a wide street. I wonder just how long I have been here like this. After waiting for the nerves throughout her body to return to normal, Cybil lumbered to her feet. Her body was sluggish like when she wakes up, and she was unable to think straight. Silent Hill. That is what is written on the sign of the sidewalk. In addition to the out-of-season snow, the area is enveloped in thick fog, which generally makes a destination look differently than it normally would. The motorcycle that she came here on was also nowhere to be found. No. With nothing else to do, she decided to rest in the cafe facing the street. The inside of the cafe is dead silent. She does not see any customer or employees. This destroys her hopes of getting something warm to drink, so she lets out a sigh. First, I must get in contact with the other officers back in Brams. Cybil picks up the receiver from the phone on the corner of the counter, but not a single sound can be heard from the speaker. It seems like somehow the heavy snowfall, which could be called abnormal weather, has damaged the communication system. There is no doubt that this is the reason why the call got cut off at the Bram station. Cybil looks around at the inside of the cafe. She gasps without thinking about it. She can see a man lying down on one of the long bench seats lined up along the windows. A customer? No, this place isn't open. She moves near him and looks down at his sleeping face. His face is twisting in agony as if he is having a frightening dream. Cybil hesitates. So, there's two options here. A. She waits for the man to wake up, or she wakes the man up. I think I'm gonna wake the man up. Cybil approaches the man and holds her arms out in a way that suggests that she is going to shake his shoulder. Is that Harry? At that moment, the man woke up with a look of surprise on his face. He shook his body in a way to brush Cybil's hands away and then stared at her. Human? Are you human? Cybil makes an effort to compose herself and then sits down on a nearby chair. Of course I am. Were you having a bad dream or something? The man finally regains his composure as well, and then he adjusts his position on the bench seat. Sorry. I was attacked by mysterious monsters before I came here. Mysterious monsters? Yeah. It may have been just a dream. I think that it was real. It was all vague and unclear. Who are you? I'm Cybil. Cybil Bennett. I am a police officer in the neighboring town of Brams. All communication with this town suddenly went dead, so I came here to investigate. Harry's expression changed slightly to one of relief. I should have said so sooner, but I'm Harry Mason. Oh, I know Harry Mason. I know Cybil, but people always mention Harry more from the first game. I am a writer. I had decided to come here for my first vacation in a while. No. Harry is quite similar to James. I forgot his last name. Or James Sunderland, yeah. From the second game. Harry shrugged his shoulders and looked at Cybil with a serious look on his face. But when I arrived here, I got separated from my daughter. She is a little girl, 7 years old with black hair. Her name is Cheryl. You haven't seen her, have you? Sorry, but I haven't. I see. Just where did she go? She is not the type to just act on her own. When I came to, I was lying in the street in front of this cafe. As for how I got here, I don't remember at all. That sounds a lot like what happened to me. Well, anyway, Harry stands up and glances at the out of season snow that continues to fall. I've got to look for Cheryl. There is no way I can just leave her here alone. I see. Well, I'll give you this then. Wow, I'm so generous. You never know what might happen under these circumstances. If you feel threatened, then pull the trigger without hesitating. She gives Harry a handgun loaded with live ammunition. But will you be alright? Harry asks worriedly. I'm not like the average girls around here. Ooh, I'm not like the other girls. I have undergone the proper training. Cybil placed her hand on the exit door, but then she turned and faced Harry again. Harry, don't go shooting me by mistake or anything. I haven't had any training on how to stop bullets. She smiled after saying this, opened the door of the cafe, and then headed out into the thick fog. Cybil looks back and sees that the cafe has disappeared into the fog. Having lost her motorcycle, Cybil can only wander about on foot and alone in the eerie town. It's too quiet. There is no sense of anyone at all. I would like to hail a taxi or something, but there is not a single car running. At some point, Cybil had began to run. Above all, she must get out of Silent Hill. However, after running for a bit, Cybil's hopes were crushed. There's no dead end. I have to go out here. All the roads leading out of town were cut off, and it was as if the entire town was floating in the air. Ooh. There was no way for anyone to enter the town. Cybil sighed deeply. She then decided to try going back the way she came. After running for a bit, she comes to another steep valley like before. It is wide and impedes her passage. And then she became sure that it was not possible to escape from this place. Cybil felt like a bird in a cage as she walked apathetically and aimlessly through the falling snow. It was not long before a black wriggling object appeared in her field of vision. Is that a dog? What is that? From off in the fog, the four-legged thing moved at a slow pace as it gradually closed the distance between it and her. And then as soon as it detected Cybil, it began to ferociously run up toward her, scattering the fog as it moved. The monster. Oh, I can choose. Attack Cybil or just run away? I think just run away. The monster just moves right past Cybil and then continues away from her. Clearly it is headed somewhere with some purpose. Various concerns run through the back of Cybil's mind. Instinctively, she begins to chase after the monster. However, its speed is fast and it does not appear possible to be able to catch up to it. Additionally, the thick curtain of fog is also making her pursuit difficult. Cybil continues to run for a while but ends up completely losing sight of her target. She stops and leans against an antique lamppost and presses on her chest. She waits as the time between her continuous white breeze gradually increases and then begins walking again. Cybil, I think, calms herself down. I'm not trying to be negative here. Being able to escape from Silent Hill, Cybil then worried about what she should do next. Since all the people have vanished, she cannot even talk to anyone about what is happening here. I should look for the police station. Even if the person I was talking on the phone with earlier isn't there, I might be able to get some other information there. She has visited this town many times. Following the thread of her memory, she begins walking along the complicated intersecting streets. Just how long have I been walking? As she saw the word police appear from out of the fog, her entire body was completely exhausted. She opens the glass door at the entrance and heads inside. As she does this, she sees that no one is here, which is just as she had expected. The lack of any sound is painful to her ears. After she walked around the reception area for a bit, she moved toward a room that the door had been left open for. The plate beside the door says meeting room. Compared to the same room at the Bram station, this one is quite small. She looked around the room. The phone is off the hook. Oh, someone is here. Can I say someone is here? Cybil senses someone. Somewhere in this small room. Underneath the lined-up tables. Behind the folding chairs. Cybil cautiously checked all the places that someone could hide in, but it does not appear that anyone is here. The faded ceiling fan is blowing air down towards Cybil. That might have been what made her so sure someone was here, or perhaps it was just her imagination. She is uneasy. She wants to talk to someone, to anyone. These feelings might be what made Cybil think that someone was here. What was that all about? Cybil left the police station. Cybil is once again in the city streets where the snow is falling. That's right. Cybil recalled her conversation with Harry. Oh yeah, Cybil, you haven't seen a little girl in this town, have you? Yeah. He was asking about his daughter. A little girl? Yes, Cheryl. I wonder if I will be able to rescue her unharmed in this town, which has become a nest of monsters. But Cybil is a police officer. To find and to protect Cheryl is her responsibility and her mission. Realizing this, Cybil could not sit still, and in the next moment she was gone. There should be an elementary school on the edge of town. Cybil followed her intuition and decided that Cheryl probably headed for the school after wandering around the town. Per her training in child psychology, she has learned that if a child loses their parents or guardians, then the chance is high that they will be drawn to the places that they are most used to going, places where there are a lot of people. However, ahead of her or knowledge, either a bit instinctively or due to a sense similar to that of a memory coming back, she believed somewhere within her heart that Cheryl was probably at the elementary school. I hope so. Cybil may have been drawn here by someone. As she nears the elementary school, part of her shirt becomes soaked with clammy sweat. Is it really okay to go inside? She asked herself this many times. As she reached the edge of the school grounds, her conscientious sense of duty as a police officer rose up within her along with her sense of reason, and she began to walk naturally towards the school. It is now too late for her to turn back. She readies herself, and then, using both hands, she pushes the door in front of her open with all her strength. The H building reeked of a peculiar mildew. Okay. However, its inside were much cleaner than she had expected, and Cybil found this a bit surprising. Perhaps it was just the result of her enduring the cold wind for so long, but she had a terrible headache. Cybil pressed her fingers to her temples and eventually began to walk aimlessly again. Cybil opened a door leading to a long hallway. She looked through the glass windows placed in the doors of the classroom while slowly walking. There was no sign of Cheryl. The courtyard is to her left. The landscaping is very nice and has been well cared for. The snow has become sleet. It does not look like it will accumulate. In the back of the courtyard, there is an old-feeling clock tower. Oh, clock tower. However, Cybil is not particularly interested in it. I wonder how Harry is doing. I wonder if the gun I gave him has come in handy. If I cannot meet with Harry after I find Cheryl, then it will be meaningless. We should have made plans to rendezvous somewhere. Cybil thought this, but at this point nothing could be done. Okay. At any rate, there was her horrible headache. It is gradually getting worse, dulling her sense of time and space. A sluggishness similar to sleepiness grabbed her entire body. Perhaps I am just dreaming all of this, Cybil thought. It is difficult for a person to tell whether they are dreaming or not while in a dream, but for her to accept this condition is just as difficult. She has no memory of how she got to this town, so it seemed natural for her to think that she has been in a deep sleep since the moment of the motorcycle accident until now, or possibly from even before then. From the time of a phone call with the Silent Hill police station? Or maybe, while contemplating the many possibilities, Cybil climbed the stairs to the second floor of the school. And then, she heard a melody being played on the piano. She heard the scream of a little girl. I don't want screaming, but this could be interesting. I think she heard a melody being played on the piano. And then she heard a melody being played on a piano from one of the classrooms. A nervous look ran across Cybil's face, and at the same time she felt relief. As if being drawn by the sound of the piano, Cybil cautiously moved toward the room that the music is coming from, while feeling along the wall with her hand. Music room. That is what is written on the door. The beautiful melody is definitely being played by someone in this room. Cybil places her hand on the door. And at that moment, the music suddenly stopped and the area was enveloped in silence. Dang, that's scary. There is no one, right? Who's there? She says this and then opens the door. Inside the center of the room, a grand piano has been placed. The piano appears crammed within the cozy room. No one is sitting in front of the piano. Cybil approaches the piano. Its cover is open and the blacks and whites on the keyboard stand up. Almost like smoke, the player of the piano appears to have vanished into thin air. Strange, Cybil mutters. Behind the curtains under the piano, Cybil looked in all the places in the room that a person could hide. There is only one entrance to this room. There is no other way to enter this room other than by using the door that Cybil just came through. Did they jump out of the window? No, this is the second floor. Falling from here would result in more than just an injury. Having become a little spooked, she turned to leave the room. In the next instant, Cybil's heart nearly stopped. Oh! At the entrance to the music room, a white-faced girl was sitting still and just looking at Cybil. That rhymes. She appeared to be afraid of something and her white eyes were filled with tears that looked like jewels. Cheryl? Are you Cheryl? Cybil regained her composure and approached the little girl. She knelt and softly placed her hands on the girl's shoulder and the girl nodded. Oh, my name is Cybil. Your daddy is looking for you. If you don't hurry back to him, your daddy is braving danger running around this town. Have you seen that ferocious-looking monster? Cybil thought of the monster that she had seen in town as she spoke. Cheryl. If I said no, or yes? No lah, shakes her head no. Cheryl shakes her head no. I see. Well, at any rate, something strange is happening in this town. All the people have completely vanished. If we don't get out of here soon, then we might disappear as well. Once again, Sherry shakes her head no. Cybil does not understand what Cheryl means, but continues anyway. I will protect you. Let's go to your daddy. It is my duty to take you to him. Saying this, Cybil takes Cheryl's hand in hers and they leave the music room. Okay, let's go. By chance, the two of them happen to look out a window. From where they are, the visible courtyard has become completely enveloped in darkness. For it to become night so soon. For a moment, Cybil cannot believe her eyes, but then she was only able to worry about whether she could be able to meet Harry. The two of them walked down the pitch-black hallway. Because of the difference in their strides, their footsteps overlap as they echo. Sorry. At the moment they approached the entrance to the school grounds, Cheryl spoke directly for the first time. I don't want to leave here. I don't want to see my daddy. Okay, what Harry did now? If we meet there, will be sadness. You should go back, ma'am. Cybil stopped walking and spoke while just staring at Cheryl. It's your daddy. There's no reason that it would be sad for you to see him. If you stay here, then you might get hurt or worse. Things would then be truly sad. Saying that, Cybil begins walking again. After a bit, she stopped and adds, It's miss, not ma'am. And then the two of them left the school. Alah, Cybil ni pun. She's just being respectful. It's like someone call me in Malaysia, in my country, either Puan or Miss or Cik. Cik is Miss, Puan is Mrs. Like they're insinuating that I have a what do you call that, a partner, husband, but I'm not. But then in formal setting, it's okay to call someone Mrs. or Puan. That's why I don't mind if people's calling me Puan. It makes me feel very respected, to be honest. Okay, let's continue. Just what time is it now? She curses the fact that she forgot her watch at the Bram station. It is probably late at night. She no longer feels the headache or sleepiness from just before. Like poof, it's gone. Holding Cheryl's cold hand, Cybil focused her mind on locating Harry. She figured that Harry was no longer in the cafe, but wonders if he maybe he left a memo or something there for her. Compared to Harry, Cybil should know the geography of Silent Hill better because of her profession. However, because of the darkness and thick fog that limit her field of vision, she is in a situation in which it is difficult to know even her current position. She had encountered a strange monster on her way to the school, so now she did not have much confidence in being able to find her way back to the cafe. The sky began to get light while Cybil walked and contemplated the route to the cafe. This made her think that perhaps time is rapidly passing in this town alone. Although the fog was present as ever to decrease visibility, she could see a lot better now. Okay. As far when I'm playing this, I just realized I need to do voice for audiobook. But how do I get into that career? Like it's one of the things I can do, to be honest. I want to do. Okay, let's just continue. And then before she knew it, the cafe was right in front of her. Something isn't right. Cybil faced a sense of discord within her. However, her feet continued on, as if guided by strong power, to the inside of the cafe. Cybil led Cheryl through the entrance of the cafe. The inside of the cafe had been ravaged. No. The glass windows facing the street were broken and several tables were knocked on their sides. So Cybil could not move any further in. Oh my god. I wonder if Harry is alright? A red pool of liquid reflects vividly in Cybil's eyes. She prayed that it was not Harry's blood. Harry, it's me. It's Cybil. I found Cheryl. If you are here, then please come out. There is no answer. Cybil had begun to step forward, but then gasped and, just what is this? The corpse of a brown-colored monster that Cybil has never seen before lies in the center of the pool of red liquid. Several shells were scattered about, which meant that Harry probably had a battle here. Since Harry was no longer here, she guessed that he defeated this monster and then left to search for Cheryl. Is he her? Cybil began to search the area. I'm not gonna go towards the monster. Thinking that perhaps there was a memo, Cybil began her search with the counter. However, did not appear to be anything there. Maybe Harry left here in a hurry after being attacked by the monster. Cybil looked at Cheryl. With the bloody scene in front of her, Cheryl was surprisingly calm. From time to time, she looked out the window as if she were concerned about something. Well, your daddy is not here. Let's look somewhere else. Cybil took Cheryl's hand and without a word, they rushed out into the snowy street once again. A church bell is ringing. The bell rings forcefully, almost as if it had been waiting for them to leave the cafe. Oh, there are still other people here. Cybil's eye glittered. This might be Harry's way of telling me where he is. And even it is not Harry, if there is someone still here in town, then she would like to meet them. Yeah, and hear what they have to say. Cybil's feet naturally pointed toward the church. Expecting to find a clue to escaping and reuniting with Harry, she tightly gripped Cheryl's hand and began to run. Once they arrived at the church, the ringing stopped, and the large door at the entrance began to open from the inside. Cybil then thought that perhaps someone had been watching her movements all this time. She looked up at the top of the church and then began to look around nervously until a voice saying, "This way," brought her back to her senses. Dang, that's creepy. Who are you? Cybil faced the eerie woman from a distance. The woman once more called out to Cybil, "This way." Cybil mysteriously moved towards the woman. "Were you the one ringing that bell?" Onomatopoeia for a for a chuckle. The woman's face suddenly twisted and she began laughing loudly. She saw Cybil's perplexed expression but thought nothing of it and just waved her hand left and right in front of Cybil's face. "I have been waiting for you. You have come just as I expected." Cybil cocked her head to the side. Like, huh? Do you live here? The woman nodded and then looked at Cheryl. "You have done well to come here. You know, don't you, that it was my doing that caused, and you were hesitant to come alone, weren't you? But in the end, I was able to meet you. It is all thanks to that woman." "What woman now?" "I don't understand what you are talking about." "Yeah, me too." Cybil's words may or may not have reached her, but that woman began to laugh loudly again. "Hey, tell me, why are there no people here? Why are all the exits from the town blocked?" "I do not know either. But shouldn't you be asking that girl instead?" Cybil had a look of "what?" on her face. She looked at Cheryl. Cheryl's face was tearful and she shook her head back and forth. Cybil looked back at that woman and shouted at her, "Stop all this nonsense. We have been pursued by monsters and nearly killed. If I was not protecting this child, then who knows what would have happened to her by now." Oh, the path of the wise man, the fool guided to this land through astrology. Everything has been preordained. There is nothing that I can do. You are not holding that child's hand. That child is holding yours. Okay, did Cybil lost someone close to her or something? Her anger showing, Cybil went to open her mouth, but at that moment the woman blocked her. "I am Dahlia Gillespie? I don't know how to pronounce that name. Gillespie? Okay, I am Dahlia Gillespie. With that in hand, I wonder where you will end up going. I have nothing for you and nothing to tell you. You must escape from the demon's grasp as soon as possible." Demon? "You must find the means to do so for your own sake. There is nothing I can do now. I will pray for your safety. Cybil Bennett." Ooh, goosebumps. I got goosebumps. Cybil was shocked to be called by name. Yeah. As she watched Dahlia quickly depart, she was unable to speak. "Bye, Dahlia. After Dahlia disappeared behind a door, Cybil regained herself. She tightly held Cheryl's hand and they left the church. Right after they left the church, Cheryl began to speak. Hey, miss. I am fine by myself now. This is not my first time coming here and I have met that lady we just saw before. Oh. Cybil stops in surprise. What do you mean? I have a place that I want to go, but I can only go alone. If you are with me, I won't be able to go and then something terrible is sure to happen. Something terrible? Why? Your daddy is looking for you. Until I get you back to your daddy, I cannot leave your side. You're wrong. My daddy must not find me. Someone is waiting for me. A mom, maybe? In order to meet that person, Cybil let out a short sigh. I don't want to scold a child, so she kindly admonishes Cheryl. Hey, wait. Come on, Cheryl. Cybil made an effort to calmly end Cheryl speaking. You must have just had a bad dream or something. But something more frightening is actually occurring in this town. Come on, please take my hand. Cheryl placed a small hand into Cybil's palm. I will protect you no matter what. So you are safe, okay? Once more, Cybil began to walk down the foggy street with Cheryl in tow. At first, Cheryl resisted holding Cybil's hand as hard as she could. But once she realized this was futile, she reluctantly followed along behind Cybil while wiping away her tears. Cheryl muttered something that it could not be heard. This child is very mysterious. Wait, I'm gonna drink a bit of water. My throat is so dry. Coffee. Even though I said before in my previous video that I don't like drinking coffee a lot, but this moment you just need coffee. Oh, should I say goodbye to Cheryl or let's go? The thing is, she wanted to go to a place and that place can be only maybe accessed by Cheryl, not Cybil. That's why he said before that she can only go alone to meet that person in that place. Should I listen to her or should I be responsible adult here? But from what Dahlia said, I should ask her, the child, I mean. Maybe let's go. But I don't know, Harry is a good dad or a deadbeat dad. That's why the child also said, I cannot go meet this person with my dad. This is so hard. I don't know the lore of the first game. I know the second one. I played the second one, but I didn't finish it. But I know the story, the lore. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna let the child go, so goodbye. Cybil and Cheryl wandered the town literally with no destination. Their cheeks were numb, so they no longer even felt the cold pelting of the snow. From time to time, Cybil would look back to check on Cheryl. The girl just followed Cybil with her head down. Are you hungry? She asked this because she thought Cheryl might be sulking, but Cheryl just muttered, I'm fine. After walking for a bit, the girl suddenly stopped. I'm tired. Cybil's strength had begun to fade, so she thought that this could be the case with Cheryl as well. I must not compare my body with Cheryl's small one. Yeah. Oh, I thought we said goodbye. I separate from her. My mistake. The two of them sat down on a bench on the sidewalk. Oh, cute. Thanks to the nearby tree towering above the bench, the snow could no longer fall directly on them. As soon as Cheryl sat down on the bench, she fell asleep. She is probably very tired from all the uncertainty and stress. I mean, I would be, and I'm not a child. Even though sometimes I feel like a child, like a small child inside this big body. Cybil held the girl's body close so that she would not freeze or began to look for a safe building to rest in. I think this one. She stared at Cheryl's small body for a bit. Even though they were out of the snow, Cheryl's clothes were not warm enough for the midwinter temperatures. If unlucky, then she might be deprived of even her life. Perhaps there is someplace warm somewhere? Cybil leaves Cheryl sleeping on the bench and walks around to the nearby houses trying the doors. No good, the door is locked. And this one too. And this one as well, they are all locked. The doors are sealed on all the houses lining the area. There might be someone inside, but there is no way to check. After walking for a while, Cybil discovered a garage door that is partially open. The inside cannot be said to be warm, but it is probably better than that bench. Cybil quickly returns to Cheryl. Cheryl is sleeping on the bench just as she was before. Cheryl, please get up. You will catch cold out here. I found a good place. Let's go there. She lightly tries shaking Cheryl's body. There is no reaction. Cheryl? Impossible. Cybil places her right hand on Cheryl's chest. Impossible, this cannot be. Cheryl's heart is not beating. And also her small body has no warmth at all. No, this cannot be. In such a short time. Why? Cybil carries Cheryl's body and looks around to see if there is a hospital nearby. Wait. Calm down. On the edge of town, there should be a large hospital. I've got to hurry. There may not be any doctors there, but there may still be some medicine. Within the scope of my knowledge, perhaps I can do something. Cybil thought this, and then began to run. However, as soon as she began to run, Cybil felt something wrong with her own body. It was very sudden and she felt pain that she could not understand. Like morning sickness. She is filled with a desire to vomit. It is as if some living thing that is not her is living inside her. No. I think I'm getting it. She will maybe had a child, but that child died in a stomach, during her pregnancy, or she aborted her baby in order to become a police officer, to pursue her career. And this might be the guilt. That's why she is in Silent Hill. Maybe I cracked the code here, or I might be wrong. Later we'll continue. We'll get back to that. My body feels weird. My body feels weird. My body feels weird. My body feels weird. Something, I don't know what, but something evil is here. Somewhere inside me, beginning to make a nest, one cell at a time. beginning to consume me, and yet it doesn't hurt. My body is on fire. Oh, she is carrying a demon's child. That could be another reason. My body is on fire. My eyes feel like they are going to melt. My eyes hurt. My eyes are on fire. Laughing, coming from my stomach. A slightly dirty doll. Where are my parents? Have they already escaped? Since when? Why here? A wheelchair? Something, I don't know what, but something evil is here. Somewhere inside me, beginning to make a nest, one cell at a time, beginning to consume me, and yet it doesn't hurt. My body is on fire. My body is on fire. It feels like fire is going to shoot from my eyes. My eyes hurt. My eyes are on fire. Dang. Is this something of significance to Cybil? Laughing. Haha. Cramming from my stomach. A slightly dirty doll. Where are my parents? Have they already escaped? Since when? Why here? I am sitting in a wheelchair. A roar. The dark sky. Something is spinning. He has come to me. That man's name is Harry Mason? He said it was Harry. Definitely Harry is what he said it was. My hand is on my hip. Hard, cold. I tried taking it out. Is this how I hold it? Shoot. Please shoot. The man in front of you. If I destroy him, it was a merry-go-round. If I thought that many eyes were watching, haha. If I pull the trigger, something seems to have torn the man's flesh. Wait, please wait. I must not shoot that man. In this world, he is my only friend. Kill me. I can no longer control myself. My body is acting on its own. Kill him. Kill. You must kill him. Is he a danger? Wait, did I die? Something small has passed through me. It doesn't hurt. It hurts. My clothes are soaked. I will die. Protect the girl. I fall to the ground. I bounce once and cannot move. Is this my body? Why? I cannot control it. Some small creature. It got inside me at some time. It bites through my belly and leaves me. In my fading consciousness, I can see Harry shaking me. Harry has stopped moving. He looks at me and weeps. Then he begins to move. Okay. Towards something off in the distance that looks like a dimly shining girl. I am okay. I can still move. The thing that came out of me is heading for its next target. And I know who that will be. What? If I cannot let Harry know this, then something horrible will happen. But I cannot speak. It is because a bullet went through the side of my lung. So I cannot put any power into my voice. Harry has begun to run. I am not dead yet. Not yet dead. But he thinks that I am. Even if I must crawl, I must move on. Cheryl is in danger. I must get there first. Harry will get there soon enough. But I must get there before then. And I must stop him. Cybil somehow manages to stand up but staggers and falls back down onto the floor. However, she decides to summon the last of her strength in order to save the girl that she was moving with for a bit, Cheryl. She stands up again, and her entire body is beset with severe pain. But Cybil does not fall down. She presses her left hand to her chest and begins to walk with great effort. She follows the trail of the evil creature that came out of her and escapes from the amusement park through the open door of a garage door. Okay, I'm not dead yet. A long staircase to the basement. Just where does it lead to? She rests her hand on the wall and from time to time squats down where she is standing. As she continues forward via her strong will, eventually a long corridor appears in front of her. The passage spreads out like a blood vessel of the town's underground. Who could have made this? Am I being led somewhere? Maybe. It's too late. My legs are unsteady and the color is disappearing from my view. A monochrome underground passage, and from time to time a storm of mixed noise. A warm breeze ruffled Cybil's blonde hair. Somewhere far off at the end of this passage, something is burning. It's dangerous. However, it's because it is dangerous that Cybil must all the more face it. The girl is being held prisoner. Up to this point, Cybil did not notice a single signal from the girl that she was with, and for this reason she is angry with herself. When did I run into that small monster? At the school? The cafe? Or the bench? I tried to kill Harry. What of the unseen force that tried to make me stop him? An explosion. Light flashes from the front, and at the same time her cheeks become covered in heat. It is close. Not far now. Something is happening. The door at the end of the passage is slightly open. If I can get in there. Okay. Cybil thinks. There's 3 options here. I can still make it in time. I've got to hurry. Wait, should I go in there? Or things will happen as they will? I think A. I can still make it in time. Someone is here. I sense them. I have made it here. I can still make it in time. Cybil collapses. With just only a bit further to go, Cybil realizes that she is not breathing. The oxygen is... Instead, her skin is burned to ash by all the flames. What? Cybil crawls. She continues to crawl, and when she finally reaches a door, the man is in the center of the room. What man? An unfamiliar girl is passing something to Harry. The scene fills Cybil's eyes. Did I just get burned to death? Harry holds something dearly at his chest. It is a baby. Harry holds it as if it is his own. Or maybe he is thinking of it as Cheryl. She smiles a bit. It's a mistake. Perhaps Cybil was the only one to realize this. She must not accept that baby. It will go on forever, with the spinning of the world and time. The baby represents the beginning. It is a devil. Look into its eyes and you can tell. Look closely into its eyes. Harry, the baby's eyes are... Cybil was unable to convey this to him. She could not even move, much less speak. The nightmare will begin again. A nightmare that cannot be stopped even when it is known to be a nightmare. Cybil is headed to her death. Her vitality is rapidly fading. Dang. The world is ending. Looking at it subjectively, the act of one's body dying is the same as the world ending. When their five senses no longer provide information, humans know the end of the world. The world is within the self and also a part of the self. However, when Cybil lost consciousness for the last time, she knew a completely different truth than what she was expecting. What the hell? That's it? Okay, the credit is rolling. I'm gonna drink a bit of water again. Hmm. It means that I'm gonna think that Cybil died because she went into the fire. And also, because of that, maybe there's a result that Harry could not escape from Silent Hill because he kept repeating his how do you call that, cycle. Like his daughter cannot be found. He found some other baby to care for as his daughter. My god, that was something. Okay, I think I'm gonna try again because I save here. Yeah, okay, we chose a different, what do you call it, different option. Should I get in there or should I hold first? Because before this I get in there. Wait, should I go in there or things will happen as they will? Which one? This is so hard. Ini, mini, mini, mo. Wait, should I go in there? We try this first. Should I go? Someone is trying to kill me. I must not go. I must not obey. I will stop. I have now realized that this is madness. Cybil crumbles in the spot where she was standing. Flames burn through her clothes, and then they jump to Cybil's body. It's hot, but she can no longer move. The entire passage that Cybil is in is enveloped in flame. She does not even know any way to get out. There is not even a place for her consciousness. Did I die here too? Okay. The next day, in an article from a Brahms Region paper, Early this morning, a burnt corpse that is thought to be a woman's was discovered on a path in the North Brams forest. The body has severe external injuries and parts of it were reduced completely to ash. It appears that identification of the body will take quite some time. Additionally, in the area around the body, there was no sign of fire and no trace of gasoline, what? Kerosene or any other oil-based substance. Like I said, Silent Hill is a place to either help you get through your. I didn't say that, but I'm insinuating it from what my theory is on Cybil and Harry. So Cybil is trying to save someone, but cannot in that another realm, another plane. So Silent Hills is another whole different plane for her and Harry and Cheryl and also Dahlia earlier. Oh my god. That's something else. For this reason, the Brams Police Department is hurrying to identify the body and has launched a full-scale investigation into the cause of death. Dang it. I'm gonna try again because it errors on me a bit there. Okay. Like, oh my god. What just happened? So this is me restarting the game again. Konami. I hate you, Konami. For doing that to Kojima. My god. Okay. Let's try again. And we choose a different option. Okay, so we try the C one. My god, my throat. At any rate, I should go. If I stay here, I will be burned to death. Cybil continues forward while breathing feebly. When Cybil finally reaches a door, a man is in the center of the room. Okay. I think this is the same one. It's a baby. From when we chose the option A. Wait, Harry. Cybil staggers toward Harry. I didn't even read the before one. Harry is just beyond her extended left arm. Look closely at its eyes, Harry. At the baby's eyes. Is what she had planned to say, but all that came from her mouth were unintelligible shrieks. Once Harry takes notice of Cybil, he is surprised, places the baby at his feet, and walks over to Cybil. Harry, listen. That baby is... Harry takes the handgun from his hip. I thought I killed you. But yet you are still alive. What? No. I am Cybil. A real person. Even though I cannot speak. Even though I have been shot in the chest. Even though one of my arms is burning, I am still alive. Ooh. No. Did he shot me again? Cybil hears the familiar sound of gunfire. Oh my god. At the same time, she felt a severe impact on her forehead. What the hell, Harry? Only vivid red suddenly returned to what had been a monochrome world. There is no strength in her body. Her body falls like a doll's, and her broken face forcefully hits the ground with a smash. I can see Harry. He is walking this way. Behind him. Behind him, I see a baby. It is looking at me. Harry gently closes Cybil's eyes with the palm of his hand. That was his final consideration for her. The world is ending. Looking at it subjectively, the act of one's body dying is the same as the world dying. When their five senses no longer provide information, humans know the end of the world. The world is within the self and also a part of the self. However, when Cybil lost consciousness for the last time, she knew a completely different truth than what she was expecting. That's it? That's it? Dang it. Okay, let the credits roll then. Well, the credits already roll and I'm here. I think I'm going to play as Cybil again for the next video because this is quite interesting. The first trial of this game, the first try of this game I died because of that damn guy, Harry. Oh my god. Harry is not what he seems to be. Like I said, there's a lot of twists in Silent Hill. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'm gonna link this game in my description. You can try it for yourself. And also, I'm gonna play this again for the next video. So, wait for the next video. And yeah, take it easy. Bye bye.